Welcome to Planetarium Science on a Sphere. My name is Lexus, and with me is Nathan. We live on an amazing planet. It's the only place we know where life exists.
And having the right environment is very important. Let's take a look at Earth from space and see what we can find.
The first thing that stands out is all the color. There is quite a bit of blue, greens, and browns, and a lot of white swirling around.
Those colors can offer clues about what that environment might be like. The white swirls are clouds, meaning there are both gases and pressures that move them around.
Browns are dirt and rock. What makes Earth special is all the green you find. Many forms of life use chlorophyll, which has a green color to it, to convert sunlight into energy.
Blue covers the majority of Earth's surface and is water, one of the most important ingredients for life.
In fact, every living thing that we know of needs water to survive. And on Earth, almost everywhere you find water, you find life.
Every living thing that we know of needs water to survive. And on Earth, almost everywhere you find water, you find life.
While our species has evolved the ability to manipulate and adapt our immediate surroundings to explore challenging or impossible environments, other species have evolved to adapt themselves.
One example of the differences in adaptation is pressure. If you've ever tried to swim to the bottom of a deep pool, you've probably noticed the pain in your ears.
The pressure of the environment increases the farther you go down. Humans have adapted the ability to create necessary portions of their environment to travel and survive.
Other species have evolved where their bodies have adapted to survive specific environments. Those species that have the ability to exist in the most extreme environments on their own are called extremophiles.
Because water can be found in the most extreme conditions, scientists are eager to study these environments on Earth in hopes to provide clues about the potential for life on other worlds.
In recent years, one species in particular has become a common interest: tardigrades, otherwise known as water bears.
Water bears have evolved many unique adaptations that have allowed them to thrive in many different environments, as well as survive conditions that most other species couldn't survive.
If you've ever tried to swim to the deep end of a swimming pool, you've noticed that your ears start to feel the pressure. Tardigrades can withstand roughly 6,000 times that pressure.
Water and pressure aren't the only factors that affect life, however. Temperature also plays an important role in the survival of any species.
Liquid water is essential for chemical life processes. Actively, this means life should exist in a range of 0 to 100 degrees Celsius, the freezing point and the boiling point of water.
Extremophiles have been found outside of these conditions, though, with some forms being able to survive temperature ranges as low as -25 degrees Celsius and as high as 121 Celsius.
Tardigrades, or water bears, have evolved the ability to hibernate in several of these extreme conditions, meaning they can survive some of the most frozen and heated places that we know of.
It isn't just extreme conditions on Earth that tardigrades can survive. Several experiments have been conducted in space, exposing these durable creatures to the harsh environment of space.
Even under conditions that include the vacuum of space and high radiation, tardigrades show the ability to be revived and even still produce offspring.
Extremophiles, like the tardigrade and others, are of high interest to scientists because of the possibilities of life having evolved in other places in our solar system where the environments are also extreme.
A lander sent to the moon called Bearsheet carried a colony of these tiny creatures to study their survivability.
Unfortunately, the spacecraft crashed on the lunar surface. The crazy thing is that everything we know about water bears tells us these little critters may be able to hibernate and survive for over a decade.
That is sad for the probe, but super cool for water bears that they made it there. Maybe one day we'll take a trip to the moon and see how they're doing.
So when we next look up at the moon, remember there is life there, even if it is because humans have put it there. Thanks for joining us. If you would like to learn more, check out the links below, and remember to keep looking up.
There could be water bears looking back down.